Slander.
Yes.
Slander,
She
and
won.
people need to know how important that is.
She won.
Slander.
She won, too.
Because she
know what I
probably
mean?
said it on record.
Yeah, she won.
And if you say it on record, it's documented.
It's documented. 1 2 1 2. Oh, wait, there it is. There go the Bing.
What's up? What's up?
All right, I'm gonna do a little quick intro, bro. This is Jameel, Saleeb, Zamir out of Manning, South Carolina. I'm sitting next to the big homie Dale
Castro.
Castro.
It's been a long time.
It is going down for everybody who want to know, man. Listen, we've been going through some things.
In life.
In life. Life was dealing us some serious hands. Myself going through operations and death, and Dale going through the death of his son.
Yeah, man.
And we've been trying to be courteous to each other and give each other time to breathe.
What's up? What's up?
So what's been happening with us is off camera.
Right.
Me and Castro been helping each other survive, along with
mentally.
more of our friends. We've been surviving. You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to Doug McCrae.
Shout out to Farouk. We've been out here getting it, man. And so that's how it was. And on top of that, man, having time to do community work. This is coming from Jameel. Yeah. But for those who don't know, you know, our big homie, Spig Nice from the Lost Boys came home. Dale Castro has been running from studio to studio, making sure Spig got studio time. Yeah. Dale Castro ain't charged no money for it.
When I could be there.
When he could be there, he was there. He got him hooked up with some other people as a friend, as an associate.
As a friend,
and that's how we get down, man, mending fences between the communities. And we've been working.
Right.
So, you know, when Dale has a problem on his job, man, and COVID is spreading, he not coming to my house out of respect. So we might plan an event.
Get COVID, period, anywhere. At it.
Right. we might plan an event, but if we got to postpone or cancel, we postpone and cancel. But today, Dale Castro is on to talk about several topics near and dear to his heart. Man. Going to clear up some things today, man, and we're going to go from there. If you got questions or comments, you put them on the board. This is Jameel, Saleeb, Zamir out of Manning, South Carolina, Dale Castro Powell. We are telling it like it is on the Truth Show, but we don't have the soundtrack for the Truth Show yet. So I'm going to put on the telling it like it is, and then we're going to be right back.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Tell me like it is, and not like it was. Tell me like it is, and not like it was. Tell me like it is.
Building. This is the Eyes Don't Lie, Table Talk 29. Let me tell y'all a little bit of history about this thing, man. I was looking at a picture that me and Castro took. Yeah. You took it with Tebow. We had Tebow on the show.
Shout out to Tebow,
And Castro was going through his the issues with his son being murdered, and man, he was still trying to do the show, and I never really looked the man in his eyes. Dang. But a few days ago, I looked at the picture. He posted it back up, and I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, it was broken.
You were broken, man. Yeah. You was in bad shape, and I didn't even see it. You know, and I had to apologize for that. So, man, the minute I said it, bro said, yo, we got to go on. The Eyes Don't Lie. We got to put something on, Table Talk 29, so he could tell his story, how he felt. Because, unfortunately, all of the people that started out thanking him and sending condolences to him and Tanya, I mean, after a week or so, that thing started to dwindle.
Disappeared.
Right. You were still going through court cases where they were trying to release this dude.
Yeah.
You understand? So he's calling me, yo, I need you, bro. I need you at the court right now. So me and him, we getting it done.
Exactly.
It just ain't on camera.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We were getting things done, but it wasn't on camera. So right now, Dale Castro Powell, Table Talk 29, man, the loss of losing a child. Let's go.
Deep pain. I wanted to come back to the show. Thank you a lot, man, Brother Jameel. And some people out there who was with us with the Remembrance Day for Violence, and the people who lost people through senseless violence and gun violence, murder, and a lot of stuff still happening in the community. I wanted to come express my thoughts, some of my thoughts of what I've been through, what I have learned through losing a child. It causes a big form of depression. You lose hopelessness. You have thoughts about certain things. Some can be suicidal at times. All depends on how deep you go into it. It is the devil itself that attacks you, because the brain can kill you with thinking all the time.
Right.
But one thing I learned about not just what I'm going through, but death period, man, is when the support goes out of the window a little bit, man, you back in that hole by yourself.
Right.
Things get crucial and crazy, in which you can't never expect everybody to think like you thinking.
Right.
Like there's a lot of people who tell you, well, I don't know what to say, man. I never lost a child. But love you too. I never lost a child, but I want everybody to know who's going through it. I'm not the only one.
Right.
And I'm not making it always about myself, but when I walk in some shoes that everybody else is into, I tend to want to make my way to help with the issue of it. Like, you know, and I want to tell it, I wanted to come on this platform and let it be about me talking about it, that when you back up away from losing your child senselessly, or you don't go fight hard, or keep their legacy alive, no matter what everybody's doing.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, you can have 1,000 people with you, and it might wind up being just 2 of you.
That's right.
You got to accept that.
Right.
So I'm not mad about that. I understand the universe. But what I'm saying is, as a parent or anybody that's going through that, you've got to go like you ain't going to live no more.
That's right.
You got to go like, because that's the commitment that should be there when it comes to your child, or losing your child.
Right.
Now, you fast forward a little bit. My situation was a year in exactly maybe a year and 10 months, and 5 days that I lost my son and had to go through trying to get justice and bringing the community together for everybody to speak about it and get on one accord.
Right, keeping it in the forefront.
Yes, and letting everybody know it's not was just about mine, it was about yours.
All of them.
And I'm walking, and even though things have been done on my behalf, I'm still willing to walk with families. But I want to put this out there. I want to really tell you that if you give up fighting for the justice of your child, and as a year go by, 2 years go by, 3 years go by, you allow the courts to make decisions for you.
Right.
They're not going to be what you want.
Right.
If they don't think that you are all in.
Right.
And there's ways to be all into that, is to be very, very, very into the case.
Right.
Very into constantly bugging them about what's going on.
Right.
Where we at, who they got representing them, what's going on. And I want to say something to the younger generation out there. The gang life, the what we see on perceived to watch on media sometimes, it's not real, man, when it really happens.
Right.
You
totally
know,
different.
What I'm gonna say about that is, you might be running with 30 dudes or whatever. Y'all tough, y'all got guns, y'all hustle, y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all willing to hurt or kill your own kind, because that's who always catches your own kind.
Right.
But the rebuttal of that is when you get behind that wall.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, we seen it.
We seen it firsthand.
Right.
Your homie, when they start passing out them Buck Roger numbers.
Right.
99
right.
years.
21st century numbers. You understand?
You ain't going to never get out to you. You start thinking like, I'm 19 or 20 now, and I'm not going to get out till I'm 70.
Right.
They break down.
That's right.
They break down.
Facts.
Especially if you're going away for nothing.
Right.
You know, and nothing is, you sacrificed and took somebody's life the senseless way.
Could have been avoided.
That could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You still could have been free or been out here in this world.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you, man, that's TV.
Right.
That's media.
Right.
That's not real.
The story behind that wall.
The story behind that wall is different. You cut them dreads.
Yeah, we seen them gangsters
turn
the choir boys, right?
Choir boys.
Yes,
you cut
sir.
them dreads, you pull them pants up.
Yes, sir.
And it's like anything else.
Right.
And your homies on the page saying, free you, free you.
Right.
They not coming to free you. They ain't bringing them
can't
guns
free
in.
you.
They not. It's
can't.
over.
Right. And
it's over.
And that's not a push towards you guys who want to do that kind of lifestyle. But man, have some structure to it.
It's crazy, man, because I've rolled with seeing it, man, and it's a sad thing when somebody get murdered and then somebody else killed a person. There's 2 lives gone right there.
Right. That's right.
And there's 2 families that's hurting. 4 families: the mother side, daddy side.
Right.
Over there, the mother side, daddy side over there.
And most of the time, they got newborn children.
They got
They ain't even gonna hear their voice or
They ain't gonna
nothing.
hear their voice. You ain't gonna see them walk. It's always behind the walls. But the loss of a child, for a lot of people who don't understand it, man, it's a heartfelt thing, man, and it digs, and it's never over.
Right.
And y'all have heard me say it a million times, man. It don't end because you put somebody in the ground.
Right.
Not in any death, any case when you really love somebody. But the things that you have to realize the most, man, when you got people on the media saying, let's get justice, or let's do this ourselves, we gonna ride for this person. It's not going to really be like that.
No.
You have to be willing to accept that. But what I'm encouraging people to do, whether you got those 100 people or not, still keep going.
Right.
If it's just 5 of y'all, family members, get behind your loved one, man, who lost somebody, man.
Yeah.
And be the support system that even if they're in the courtroom and can't, you can't go in there. Be out there to let them know that there's some support outside,
That's
too,
right. That's
of
right.
people who want to see some justice.
That's right. That's where we were. We would walk
Yeah.
around in circles. They wouldn't let us in the
Yeah.
court, but we
Yeah.
were at the courthouse
Exactly,
waiting
man.
on verdicts, waiting on
Exactly.
answers, because they were constantly coming up for bail here for to get
Yeah.
released on bail, and I couldn't understand that.
And it gets weaker and weaker. And the way the system works, man, is
Right.
that if those people are locked up for a period of time now,
Right.
every 6 months they are due for a bond
Every
hearing.
6 months. I don't understand that part. I want to understand how to fight that part in legislation that
Right.
an intentional murder suspect should not be allowed to get bail. All I've seen so far is that they get out and act tough and kill again. They
They get
commit
stripes.
more crimes. They
Right.
get more, they do more, they do more. And whether it's my child or anyone else's child,
Peace, Red Dot.
when it comes to being a violent criminal who is a consecutive violent criminal consistently,
Right.
nah,
It's-
no
it's-
bail.
You got to fight for that, man, because to the judge, it's always going to be, it might be another judge. Okay,
Right.
how long he's been there? Oh, 7 months. Okay, another judge. How long he's been there? A year.
Mm-hmm.
So to them, it gets weaker and weaker. And by the time you get to that 5th judge, how long you been there? Oh, 2 years? Oh, we might give him a bond.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, and the thing is, man, to all the parents out there in Clarendon community, Somerton, Sumter, Columbia, all surrounding areas, my encouragement out of this whole conversation is to tell you to keep fighting. It don't take me all day to sit on a platform and tell you to keep fighting. And I'm here to fight with anybody. If you reach out to me, like I said, Remembrance Day, September 25th, 2022, we'll keep going.
Right.
We'll start taking up donations and everything in the next
Cash App's
quarter.
up top.
Cash App's up top. But
Right,
we're going to
they're
still
right
keep
over it.
going.
Right.
And I want families to come out there, man, and shed light on how you miss your loved one and give us
Right.
stories,
Get
man.
on the
and-
microphone.
And get on the microphone with us, man, and cry if you want to.
Cry if you want. That's what we there for. We
and
there to
that's
hold
what we're
hands
there for,
and
man.
cry
Hold
and
hands
pray,
and cry
man.
together, man.
Yeah.
We can't let it go away. They're
No.
friends. Your children, your child friends, they might love them, but they got to grow too. And eventually for them, it doesn't become a more top priority to them anymore. They've done their part, so they felt. They've
Right.
told you they cared, they love you, or they came by and they showed love. That's it.
Right.
Because life goes on for other people, and you have to understand that.
Right. They
And
got
that's what
other
I had
things
to
to deal
understand
with.
that,
You know what
like,
I'm
you
saying?
know.
But some people, man, even though they got other things to deal with, have got to put their foot forward
Right.
and continue to help those who are going through issues like this, even though the trial is almost over and verdicts have been set.
Right.
Brother is still hurting. The baby mom is still hurting. A kind word.
Yeah.
A kind word is easy.
A gesture.
One thing that showed me how good a friend could be is with my sister, God rest her soul, when she was going through her period of cancer, Castro. Her job took care of her bills.
Oh, man, that's real.
All of her friends cashed apped her, paid her light bill, paid her phone bill. She never had to worry about nothing till the day she died.
Oh, man,
and
that's
even
real.
when she died, her friends came and paid off her furniture for her.
Oh, man, that's
So that's
real.
what we're supposed to be doing. You understand? You're
right.
supposed to look out for each other. And if you don't have money, you cut grass. You find out if they need something fixed. You find out if they need to go to the store. All of these things are necessary because when this man or anyone that's lost a child, when that pain hit, how do you feel when it hit? You explain.
When the pain hit, man, the first thing, and it doesn't matter what kind of parent you is,
Right.
the first question that hits you, Jameel, and out of nowhere, it goes, have I done everything I was supposed to do as a parent?
Right.
Number one, Phil.
Right.
Number two, the way that you feel is that, is this happening for real to me?
Right.
Why?
Right.
And the overall of everything, it feels like a punishment.
Wow.
It feels like a punishment. I don't know how some of the other fathers out there feel, but let me speak from my
Right. Speak
perspective.
On it. Speak on it.
As me being a father, some of us are not trained to be fathers. We're learning on the way.
Right. On the fly.
So
That's
we
right.
don't know what are the real priorities. We know the priorities that this is our child, we got to take care of our child.
Right.
But what does the real things mean? Because society have us thinking that when we have children and we not with the mother, as long as we paying child support,
Right.
we're doing our part.
Right.
Let me explain something to you. That's not doing your part. Then you can really get caught up in that thinking that you're doing your part because a woman have non-death pains to have your child. So that baby is always with the woman.
Right.
And we sit there thinking because we giving out a little bit of money or we
Right.
buying some nice clothes or whatever
Right.
that
Take them
makes
out
us
for a
fathers.
day and
That
bring them
don't-
back. Right.
That don't make us
right.
father. In my growing up with my son, my son who did pass, there's a lot of things I miss, like because I thought by me working, I never wanted to go to jail again. So I'm going to make sure that I pay this child support out of nowhere.
Right.
And then I could say to them, at least I'm paying my child support.
Right.
That wasn't never enough. I missed things like times to go pick them up. So over the years, your kids become bitter. And that's one thing I can encourage fathers to do is don't tell your child that you're going to do something and don't do it.
Right.
That's the worst way you can hurt them. And if you do it, like sometimes I'm guilty of it, that I've done that. When they're no longer here, man, you can't make up for that.
Right.
You know, I can never make up for that.
Right.
But, and then as they grow up, and, you know, every child, man, they in another household or whatever, the love that they think that you got for them is not going to be strong enough because you're not there every day.
Right.
You get them on the weekend, but they with their mother 5 days a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then the summer, they with the mother, so you thinking because you got them for 2 days, you know your children?
Right.
No, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And then when you get them, all you saying in your mind is, okay, I got them. Some people get their kid and drop them off their mother house.
Right. Don't even
My mother
take care
got
of them.
them.
Right.
They
right.
still hanging out with the friends.
Right. That's right.
But it hurts because
that's right.
you can't make up for that no more. I can't make up for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
The wrongs that I've had with my own child.
Right.
Because you can never be a perfect father.
Right.
The wrongs I've had, I didn't fix it yet.
Right. Right.
So now I'm stuck with, now when I have to go, I'm stuck with it coming back to me that I didn't fix everything.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That could have been fixed.
Right. So the moral is you don't waste time.
You can't waste time.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah,
you got to step up and be a man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's for the young boys because most of y'all are out there doing things, but you got children at home. Y'all are acting like children with children at home.
Should be doing whatever it takes to make
be
it
a
right.
man,
To be
right?
a man.
For your child.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Father.
Okay.
All right. It's a daddy and a father, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some of you dudes are daddies.
Right. Yeah. Explain that.
Daddy, make the baby, go on by this way.
Right.
Father is there from day one.
Right.
Raising that child, teaching that child everything it takes to be a man.
Right.
Walking that walk with him.
Right.
Daddy, you only come around if there's a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or when you feel like it.
Right.
And then you feel like when your child do something wrong, you don't have to fix it.
Right.
That's a daddy.
Right.
But a father want to fix it.
Right. That's right.
So the separation with me, I always wanted to be that father, but thinking that we have so much time on earth, man, we take it for granted.
Right.
And it's too late.
Yeah, we let years go by.
Right.
Before we say the things we need to say to our children, man. You better say them now because it's not just them that's dying, the elders are dying.
Karma can skip us and go straight to our children.
Straight to our children,
you know,
and they don't know how to fight.
When I was a young dude in the streets, man, I was doing things I ain't had no business doing. I was out there doing what, just running with the crowd, running wild.
Right.
But what I learned by that, man, is your child can get a whiff of that lifestyle from you, too.
Right.
And something can happen crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to ask yourself, you can't say, oh, he ain't get it from me.
Right.
Because I believe in your child being 50% hers, 50% yours.
Right.
But as men, man, it's time. You got to step up, man. That's why all these kids go into gangs, man.
Right.
They want to be a part of something. That
card is
going to
what
always
they perceive as a family. Yeah. And then you get too deep into foolishness. And what's happening right now is a lot of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And for someone to lose their child to foolishness, man, I can't fathom how difficult that is.
You know, the last time I seen my son alive was the day before, man, when he was with me.
Right.
But see, now you can't even, when the crime scene happened, you can't walk up to the crime scene and they be like, this your son.
Right.
Or if you say that's your son, you don't get to go to the morgue and say, oh, that's my baby or whatever.
Right.
So I seen him in a living existence, man, before he passed. But
I
still want to say, thanks to everybody, especially you, Brother Jameel, everybody who was supportive of me, man. Douglas McCray and Jameel helped me down big time. Antonio Green,
Tim,
T-Mac. I could go on Sticky. I don't want to leave nobody out. Even Shop Talk. Shout out to Shop Talk.
All them brothers.
All them brothers out there, man, that really came to my aid, man. All the sisters, man.
No doubt.
Stacy, Pastor May Fulton.
Yeah.
There's so many of y'all to name, man, because y'all show so much love. And when love is overwhelmed, you don't get to see who's who.
Right.
You just feel it.
Right. You feel it.
When somebody ain't there, you can say, oh, she wasn't there.
Right.
Wasn't there.
Yeah. You definitely want to leave out. Don't want to leave out nobody.
And
what's your partner name, man? Oh man, I'm gonna think about it for a minute. We used to lift weights together, do all that. Williams, James Williams.
James Williams.
Yeah, don't
Shout
leave
out to James
Yeah,
Williams,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
He was, he was there for me, man. It was a lot of people. Alex Conyers.
Yeah, rest in peace to Jetty,
my man. Rest in peace, my man Jetty.
All of them came
All
through.
of them, man. Billy Blocko.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
That's
man.
Lincoln Park,
Crosstown.
Yeah, the whole squad, man.
Bellwood, Damian York and them boys.
The Yorks,
man.
everybody,
man. Everybody. Patrick,
don't want to leave nobody out.
Summerton,
Right, everybody.
Show
your
love,
work
man.
family.
Work family, Lake Marion, nursing home, man. They helped me down.
No
Windsor,
doubt.
man, a nursing home. They helped me down.
No doubt, man. So all of that is necessary.
It's
and
necessary.
Still some of those people are still giving hugs and saying my condolences, cause day in and day out, man, that thing is gonna hit you.
And I wanna help people. I still wanna help everybody that's going through something, man.
Right.
I want to help stand by those, man, who's lost their child through senseless murder.
Right.
And I want to tell a lot of y'all parents out there, man, to make sure that you keep things right with that child, man.
Watch them at least.
Watch them at least.
And if you can't talk to them, find someone who can talk to them. My son is 14 years old, and although a lot of people think we got it all together, I have to get other people, Castro, other people to talk to my son, because if he's not listening to me, we need a community.
Yeah, the community to raise
to be like, yo, listen to your pops, and if your pops is wrong, I'm gonna tell him, yo, you wrong on that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we need.
They gotta have somebody to talk to, man. Yeah. But my main message is I want to keep reiterating to the fathers out there, man, to stay active in your child's life, not just financially active, but stay all the way active.
All the mess we've been through,
You know, if you don't do nothing, but let's go get something to eat together. I want to talk to you for a minute.
Right.
Pull on the side of the road. You want to talk? Let's holler about how you doing. You know.
Right, and let them talk.
Yeah, let them have a conversation with you, and don't always think that you right.
Right.
You know.
Right. Absolutely.
A lot of the youth now, man, is getting more comfortable with shooting in these apartment complexes.
Right. Just shooting at parks. Just shooting anywhere, and
random places.
Yeah, that's a mental thing that came from, in my humble opinion, watching videos, YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we happen to know South Carolina.
Right.
And most of the people here are not built that way. Something is you're being influenced by something.
Influences is happening, man.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a right and a wrong way to do things. You know what I mean?
And I want to touch on that too, man. I want to touch on making sure that depression, which is a heavy topic, man.
Yeah.
When you go stepping out of that into depression, that's what happens. Losing a child, you step out of that, you step into depression, or when you lose somebody, period, you step in depression.
Right.
And depression just have you thinking all kind of things like you don't value all the things that you have in your life at that time, or either people next to
bipolar disorder.
Bipolar disorder.
Yeah, you're swinging from thing to thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I might add, Dale Castro and myself, how long we been doing this?
Man, we've been doing this 3 years.
For 3 years, we touched on mental illness in the black community, PTSD, bipolar disorder, everything we talking about.
Yeah.
We touched on it.
Right.
Go back to the 19 report, go back to Dale Castro's page, and listen to those broadcasts, because it's like, as adults, we're walking into what God has given us to say, and we're watching you young folks do exactly what we're being told that you're going to do.
Yeah.
So when we're talking, please listen and put the words into action for the parents.
Right.
Parents got to stop acting like children.
Yeah,
Talk about that for a minute, Castro.
We lead by example.
Right.
I mean, whatever your kids begin to see you do, that part of them will start to
you can't drink with
itself.
Them. You can't party with them.
You can't party with them. And another thing is we making it able for the girls to go to the club and be like, nah, you ain't got to take care of your 6 children.
Right.
I'll
watch them. You go
Stuff
party.
like
go make some more babies.
Accountability is everything. Treating them as an adult with them understanding why it's important for them to be an adult, because you might, not only kids out, but you might don't be here forever.
Right.
The people are not going to be acceptance to your child the way you are.
Right.
So if you give them everything and you spoil them and then something happens, they can't no longer survive because they don't have you to crutch on.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And that's a big thing. And depression, money can't make depression go away.
Right.
Drugs don't make depression go away.
No.
Drinking don't make depression go away.
Right.
Depression is a disease that has to be dealt with.
Right.
The
Agreed.
big part of it is self-esteem.
Agreed.
Feeling worthy.
Right.
You know, do you feel like people love you?
Right.
Sometimes you don't.
Right.
Sometimes even I don't care how long you've been married, 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, whatever. Sometime in your marriage, man, you don't feel like the person that you next to value you much as you think they do.
Right.
That's in your head.
Right.
She might love you, but it's different ways of showing it.
Right.
But you want people to love you a certain way. Everybody doesn't think the same.
Right.
So as soon as we feel like we're not loved, man, and nobody's paying us no attention,
Right. We go acting
we
out.
go
Right?
acting out, and we
Right.
can go in depression. Because who
Right.
don't want love?
Right.
You know, like they said, it should be somebody from everyone, but if you by yourself, you still have to love
Right.
yourself.
Acting out is a form of depression.
Acting out.
Acting out is a form of asking for help.
Right.
A lot of our children, once they get negative attention, they keep doing negative. I know because I lived it. I did that. I did negative things to get any attention.
Right.
Any attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you go to that side of doing negative, there's consequences to that. There's gunplay involved. There's death involved. When you start doing things just to get attention.
People don't understand it because when you look at Regina King,
Mm-hmm.
her son loved her so much. She was a great parent. I mean, she's been acting since the 227 days
Right.
from
Way
what I
back.
remember, man.
Yeah, way back.
And I know she provided that great lifestyle for
Yeah,
him,
he
but
had it.
even he took his
And
life.
his father, right? His father
He
was
had
not
everything.
a bad, right? He had it.
But until you really know what a person is really feeling inside, because we feel like
Right.
we don't want to hear each other talk no more.
Right.
We need to know. We
Yeah,
need
you
to
gotta,
really know.
you gotta elaborate.
When
on that.
when I was going through my situation, I know in
That's
front of
heavy.
the cameras,
Yeah.
in front of the cameras, I'm doing these shows. I'm trying to advocate in the community. I'm putting projects together. I'm trying to be a part of projects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time, if you look at this picture here of my eyes, I'm lost.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
I'm lost because I'm doing all of that, but at
Right.
the same time, I haven't grieved my own grieving. I haven't been by myself to really sit back and think of this thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm looking at the world like I'm holding everybody
Right.
together.
Right.
But my wife is there. My
Right.
man Jameel is there. My
Right.
kids are there. My family's there.
Right.
Shout out to my sister Denise Knight. Happy birthday today to
Happy
you, girl.
birthday to you.
Yeah. My brother Brian is tomorrow. If I don't talk to you, happy birthday, bro.
to you.
Shout out to the Conyers family. I always
Yes.
stop in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Terry Conyers and the Conyers family.
Yeah,
Yolanda
Kevin.
Junius.
Yeah.
losing the family, man.
Yo-yo,
we love y'all,
victims
man. We there
advocate.
for y'all.
Sure enough.
But I lost myself, Ja.
Right.
And I walked away. Even I'm a shout out to Kay Hilton, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sanders. I'm sorry.
Sanders.
I like to call
Hilton
people by their
Sanders.
married name.
Right. Right.
Respect.
Real talk.
Shout out to Kay Sanders, man. She helped me down, man. Like
Right.
trying to get up on these projects and do
Right.
your thing, big bro.
Right.
And people such as yourself, man.
Right.
But I was still lost. I even did a movie.
Right.
I
Right.
even did a film.
Yeah.
I even did
Yeah.
some tracks. You know what I mean?
I saw some clips.
It's not
of
out
it.
yet, but it'll be out. That's on the low. But
Yeah.
even reaching out to people, man, I was still trying to front like I was ready, but
Right.
I had to step back and really look at this thing like, yo, where do I go at? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we had such a great show between me and Jai ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So you hang that up.
Right.
We had such great shows, man, that I look back at the formula
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't destroy that formula.
Right.
So when I come back, I got to get what's out of me.
Right.
And then
That's
I
right.
got to go on with more subject matters.
Right.
But the most thing that caught my attention, man, was the picture.
Right.
And it was like, we interview everybody else. We
Yeah.
don't interview to find out what's going on with us.
Right.
We talk to everybody else.
Right.
It felt like it felt like some of the people that you think that's got your back, they
Right.
don't have your back.
They got ulterior motives. They got
Ulterior
something
motives.
else going on
Right.
in them, and that is why with us we're never very successful with a group of males.
Right.
Because every male wants to be the boss.
Right.
And what we need is a group of males who are all working together to be a collective.
Right.
And so when you got a group of people, and not only is the brother suffering from the depression and hurt of the loss of his son, but now he's suffering from what happened to this group of people
That I rock with.
that
Yeah.
he rock with. Now they all branching off to all these other things. Where y'all at?
I
We're
really
supposed
wanted
to be together.
I want to say something on public camera. Shout out to Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kim Johnson.
Right.
Some of the
That's
public
real.
officials in our neighborhood, man, that some of us, and I'm going to say it because some of us have felt that way. We always feel like, oh, the public officials ain't there or whatever. But let me tell you about them too, man. If they can be there, they keep their word and they will be there, man.
Real talk.
They'll sit down with you. They'll stay till the whole function is over, man.
Yep.
So, even for those who slept and can't say that they slept on them, I'm speaking for them.
Yeah.
We're very sorry for them too, man. Y'all got love
put
from
too
us
much
over
pressure
here.
on.
We put too much pressure.
They
But
can't
the
do
rest of them
everything. Right.
didn't want to help out, man, because
Nah.
there's a go along, get along game.
Right.
There is.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine. And shout out to my podcast people. Some of y'all really thought that we all can get like on one network.
We
together,
supposed
man.
to be. We supposed to be
all
on each
get on
other's
net
shows doing
man,
each other.
working.
But y'all broke apart too quick.
We all break apart too quick, man. Shout out to y'all doing y'all thing, man.
But I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it. Shout out also to Sharon Millette.
Sharon Millette.
She was on the news the other day.
She was on the news the other day.
Yeah, for working with the children,
Heroes.
the hometown hero.
Right.
She deserved that.
And all the school districts out there, man, is trying to keep our kids in school
On
and educate
track,
them.
right? Especially the young girls.
Yeah, the young girls. And I want to tell y'all people, man, COVID ain't went nowhere.
We losing.
I've even had it. You know what I mean?
We
My wife
losing.
had it.
Right.
We've all had it.
Right.
Be careful out there, man.
Right.
But
Right.
I want to say, hey, Erica. So I want to read some things on the board real quick before we get back to conversation.
I forgot. You're the only person who can see. Go ahead.
What's up? You have to give time and heal you first. There's no time way to grieve, and everyone don't grieve the same.
Right.
I'm glad you recognize within yourself that you need your own time.
Right.
Thank you, Erica Latanya. That's my sis right there. I love her to death, man.
That's
And matter of
great.
fact, shout out to her, man. She doing her thing with she's in doing funeral directors and stuff down there.
Okay, good.
You know, good people, man.
Yeah.
Good people, man.
Yeah,
Donald
solid.
Price and these, I might add.
Yeah, that's my people from
Yeah,
Bellwood. That's
yeah.
Bellwood people.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Bellwood.
shout out.
She was one of the ones in my corner too, man.
Yeah,
the whole time, man.
hey, tell Bellwood to act right, man.
Bellwood,
they
I want to
acting
mention
wrong.
y'all right
They're
now.
acting wrong right
Bellwood,
now. That
get
ain't the
together.
Bellwood we come from.
Bellwood, let's stop it. Let's get the people on one
Get it
accord.
together, man.
But
we were family, bro. We were Erica. Let you know, all of us. We might fight each other, but we were family, bro. That's
what's
how
up,
we
man.
do.
But we losing a lot of people, man, in our communities, man, and we need to
Young people.
try young people, especially, man. And I hate that because these are supposed to be our dentists, our doctors, our lawyers,
right?
our everything.
We don't need no more gangsters.
Nah, we don't need no more gangsters.
We need organizers, man. We need money
step
makers.
up.
We need grant finders. We need people who can find land that we can purchase and get the money to buy the land. We need the
and
lawyers,
I want to hear
man.
some good music.
And we need singers. We ain't got no singers.
Where the R&B singers?
Where the
at?
R&B singers?
I met a
at?
dude the other day from man. Hey, holla at me. You know who you is. He got my number.
Besides
Go ahead.
Karen is R&B singer.
Karen?
She can be even better R&B singer when she come my way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And when
right.
I teach you a couple of things. But yeah, come our way. We can make
Right.
things happen.
Yo,
Castro
we
on
do
the beat.
music, man. We do music.
Castro
man.
on the
It's out there.
beat. Constant direction.
Right.
We need more R&B singers, highs and lows,
Yo,
being
I
the
would love to work with
falsettos
some R&B singers,
and all that
man.
good stuff. We need poets,
Poets.
book
We
writers.
need musicians.
Musicians.
You play guitars. If you into filming.
Right,
We,
Micah.
man, we got so
can't
much
remember his
talent
name.
here, man. But let me tell y'all why musically, sonically, we won't go nowhere. Because egos is still here, man, and there's a black cloud over
This
town.
ego,
You know,
this the ego.
Ego land.
Yeah, this
30 years when I tried to bring it, when I brought the music out of my town
Yeah.
and spread the love a little bit here, man. What's
Yeah.
up, Pierre? My cousin McFlair.
Yeah, this is
Tap in, what's up?
ego territory right here.
But when I bought the music game, man, here, man, I really wanted it to. I was like the only kid with a studio at the time.
Right.
After inheriting it from y'all,
Right.
I did beats for everybody. We was musically sonic together,
Right.
man. But I want to hear some more good
Shout out to
music.
Tommy Gunn for
Shout-
recognizing
Tommy Gunn,
you.
He recognized me from Flowers, man.
Right. Tommy Gunn has a
hey,
song
man.
out from Alkaloo.
Yeah.
It's called Flowers.
Flowers.
And Tommy,
Yeah.
that song, he called out Castro in
Yeah,
that
man. He
song.
called out Ja, man.
Right, right.
You can. I want to hear some good music.
We
And
got it.
We got it,
But
man.
we need
Structure.
we need structure.
Yeah.
We need to get our people who got potential and find the means. And that's why we got them cash apps up there.
Yeah.
That's why we put them up there, because we need for you all to help. We don't get support like that.
Right.
We've proven that the money we said we were raising for the banners, we
We
got
done
it.
everything we said
Everything,
we would do.
with the exception of the billboard. But the people who said they were going to help us with the billboard,
Yeah, they backed out.
they
on
backed
us a
out
little
on
bit.
us, so we
But
couldn't
then
do
the
it.
billboard, you see what they did? They did a billboard, but they put Marine soldiers and stuff up there.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's
Nothing
honoring
wrong with that.
the dead. That's fine, but
Right.
we also wanted we can
We
share
wanna honor the
sides,
dead too,
right?
yeah.
You put one side, we put it on the other. Since we started with the Day of Remembrance, we have lost over 10 people in Clarendon and
Yeah, through death,
through
man.
violence, through
Right.
gun violence.
Right.
So I would say that it's justifiable. Now, never giving up fighting for justice.
Never giving
We
up fighting
got
for
a lot of
justice.
parents who seem to have they don't post up no more.
Right.
They don't post their children face up no more. They're not. The whole time you were going through with your son, it's always justice for Dada, justice, justice.
Right.
Then 100 or so people will post up under that, justice, justice, justice. I don't see that no more.
Right. It takes a big slowdown because just like things, they grow on people, right? When something first happens, it grows on people. Mm-hmm. You might know a person like, oh, I know Dale, I know Black, so that's his son. I'm gonna go holler at him. That's my man. You know, I'm gonna show him what's up.
Right.
But some people is not as strong as the fight is.
Right.
Fight can get strong. I mean, you got to keep going.
Right.
Because if you don't, I can assure you, the system is gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
With your kid's case.
Right.
You got to tap on them doors. You got to call them solicitors. You got to get them lawyers, and you got to keep going. You got to keep posting that picture.
Right.
The only reason why you see a decline in my picture because everything that I said I was gonna do by my son,
right,
I did it.
It's been done.
I did it.
Real talk.
I did it
Yes,
from
sir.
day one to from the time it happened,
right,
to the time it ended January the 10th.
To that. That's real.
January the 10th, 2022, when it ended.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
And can you talk about how it ended though, or is that a private thing?
It ended with. I'm gonna say this. It ended with justice.
You were satisfied.
I was satisfied.
And
his mom was satisfied because you can't make decisions with everybody involved. And when it winded up down to it, it winded up to me and her having to be okay with the decision. We both were very well. We very both was okay with the decision.
Right.
And,
it was a comfort.
And it was a comfort to me. Like,
gotcha.
there's no more sleeping pills for me. You look in my eye. That's staying up.
Right.
I was waking up at least 5 times a night, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
staying at the hospital.
I'm going to
Nobody
work.
don't
I'm
know
going to
about
the hospital on the low. I'm
Yeah.
sick. It
Nobody
broke
don't
me.
know.
It broke
Yeah.
me. I was sick. I was in the hospital.
Right.
Quite a few times.
Right.
Things happened to me.
Changing
you know
medications.
Changing medication.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything happened, man.
Trying to get
but I'm here to motivate. And I'm here for all the world, man, to see, like, hey, let's make sure that we go for what we know when it comes to fighting for justice.
Right.
That means calling them, asking them, when is the court date?
Right.
The evidence, how the evidence looking?
Right.
You know, what's going on?
Right.
When the next bond hearing?
Right.
So they're going to get toddy.
Right. They're going to work.
We got to work.
And also, thank you to the Clarendon County.
To the Clarendon County Police Force.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, man.
You're talking about the judge, the solicitors, everybody. They did their job. I mean, you hear
dudes
bad
on the
stories.
case because for number one, man, them street homeboys
that be talking about
that
free
be talking
people.
About free people.
They ain't gonna investigate nothing.
They don't ride out.
No, they don't.
They hide out.
Right. If it's
they
not
ain't rocking like that.
If it's not for the people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, know what they're doing. I mean, they ain't no professionals.
No offense.
I know how I'm gonna trust you to do something, man. And you're not even talking.
You're not consistent.
You're not consistent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody talks when something happens.
Right.
We all talk. We all get, man, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Man, the people who would do something, most of them are dead now.
They gone.
Am I lying or not?
Somebody I know would do something.
People who tell you to go home and sit down and watch the news.
That's it.
Just watch the news.
It would have been done. You know
It'd have been done. You understand what I'm saying? But the rest?
Yeah, man.
And shout out to some of Dada's friends.
Can't
mention their names.
Man. I can't mention names.
But they took care of business, and that's what it is.
Man.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
I say shout out to them. I know you say it as well.
Yeah, Dada, man.
They put it all on the line for their partner. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did that. That's
so
real.
shouts out to them.
To those real ones, you know what I mean?
And that stuff we don't put on the book.
Nah.
For y'all to know, we don't put that up on the book. That's called snitching. Yeah. We don't do that. But it is what it is. Shout out to the solicitor, to the police officers. Yeah. And they did their job.
And it's an unfortunate thing, man, because little homie lost his life too.
Right.
But he losing it. He's watching his life go away.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
He lost it.
He lost it.
He lost it before he realized what it was for. So
it's
it
too late.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's a lose-lose.
Yeah. Well, we lost his Dada's parents, and his mom's lost him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate. Another thing, man, you can kind of tell that people growing up wrong, man, because some of these parents, man, when their kid do something, I'm put out there, they ain't at court.
No, that's
Daddy
a fact.
Ain't at court.
That's a fact.
Sometimes when you
saw
go
that
kill
for myself.
somebody,
I saw that for myself.
Mama wasn't at court.
I saw that for myself.
Daddy wasn't at court.
They weren't there.
Nobody.
Not to say that they didn't tell him over and over to get right.
Some parents would just give up on you.
But they give up on you like that.
Yeah, they done told you not to do something. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If one of my kids senseless go do something stupid, I'm not gonna go see him either.
That's right. For those of you
Right.
that don't know what's going on, this is called a vent session, what we having right now. Dale Castro is getting the opportunity to say what was on his mind for years.
Yeah.
That and I know a lot of you assume that me and him had conflict, but listen,
Nah,
we
man.
built different. We built different than y'all.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If I got a problem with him, I could call him and talk to
Yeah.
him like, yo, meet me over here. Let me holler at you for a minute.
But
Yo,
yeah.
what were you saying about blah, blah, blah? And we handle it like that.
Yeah, man.
We don't do it like y'all do it. You know, so
Nah.
if you don't see us together in a minute, I got one friend I'll probably hear from a year, 1 or 2 years.
But you can depend on
But
him.
that's my man.
Yeah.
We different.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, yeah, we were fighting the whole time. Castro was fighting on his own the whole time
Man,
with
we
his
battling demons, man.
battling demons.
Who don't? We've been honestly telling people, man, that everybody that's a human being, man,
You go through stuff.
we got some things inside of us, man, that we have to correct.
Past
I don't
traumas.
care how much money you make in an hour.
Right.
I don't care how
That don't
good your
fix it.
woman look. Hey,
That don't
Effie,
fix
how
it.
you doing?
That don't fix it.
We all have to be fixed, man. Even ministers, as I see Miss Effie on
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
she can agree with me.
Yeah.
She's like her mom's too. She was very supportive, man. Shout out to Effie D. Hilton, man.
Right.
It's my mom's, my second mom's.
Right.
But we all have to fix ourselves in some kind of form or fashion,
Yeah.
man, because we broken people, man.
Right.
You know, there's times when you get to a point in your life, man, where if you're not where you want to be in life, that depresses you, or
Yeah.
you can't get
Yeah.
where you seem to be at. What's
Yeah.
up, T-Mac?
Shout-
They got T-Mac.
Shout out to
Special shout out to T-Mac,
Shout out
man.
to Michael Abraham.
Michael Abraham.
Minister Michael Abraham is one of the only ministers who is like a liaison between these young people in the
Yeah.
street before they go to jail.
Right.
He stands in between them and the court.
Right.
He's the only one that's registered or licensed to do that in Manning that I
Liaison.
understand. A liaison.
Yeah.
He tries to talk you down from doing the silly things that you do.
Right.
That's a minister on the street doing street work. Shout out
We
to
need that.
Michael Abraham.
Michael
Shout
Abraham.
out to
Antonio Green.
Antonio Green. T-Mac as
T-Mac.
well.
T-Mac.
Uh,
Hey, special shout out to T-Mac, man.
And I want to put my hands up for Tebow,
Tebow.
who spreads
He spreads a good
music
word, man.
of his life.
Yeah.
That's his ministry.
Right.
But I want you all mostly to recognize how Dale Castro and I operate.
Right.
I don't hear none of y'all shout us out ever. It's too easy.
Right.
We're not going to take nothing from you by saying thank you to Dale, thank you to Jameel. We're not taking nothing from you. But we got to be united on this thing.
Right.
This is not a game. The only way you don't see it is because you're not looking.
Right.
If you were looking,
Yeah.
you would see how difficult of a situation we're in now. Never giving up, fighting for justice. You finished with that?
Never giving up, fight for justice, man. And I want to say this last thing I want to say, Jameel. If you got the ambition
Mm-hmm.
and you got the fire and the drive to do everything else, you can go buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
you can go buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
you can own a club, you can do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Ambition is my motivation to anything that I try to do. Y'all have seen me recreate myself in front of this camera.
That man got on his New York shirt.
And you know what the NY stand for?
What it stand for?
New You.
New you.
New You.
Dig
What's
that.
up, T-Mac? Shout out to T-Mac, man. He's very supportive of
Dig
us,
that.
man.
Show
And
enough.
me
Always,
personally,
always
man.
the MC
Big brother,
at,
man.
always
MC at all the
MC at
events.
both events, man.
Like, he helped us put this thing together also, man. You know, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate you, T-Mac.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
giving
y'all
everybody
dudes.
flowers while they living, man.
Shout out
If you
to
on this
Tommy
board,
that flower, man.
shout out to Tommy Guns, man.
Right.
But we need foot soldiers to get out here and walk with everybody that's going through things, man.
Yeah, work together though.
Work
That's
together.
the
We
thing.
need
Don't
we
try
need
to
to
take it
open
for
up some
yourself.
doors for kids so we can we get the doors open up to some people who have places where we can bring 15 or 20 kids in there and
Yeah.
talk to them.
Hardcore.
Can we let them talk?
Hardcore. Let them do
Can we
most
let
of the
them talk?
talking.
I
Yeah.
really want to. I'm reaching out to somebody to give me a building. Let's bring some young kids
Right.
from the ages 8 to maybe 16.
But we separate them now.
But we separate
men talk to
Separate
men.
'em.
Girls talk to girls.
Let's
we don't
talk
want
to
men
them.
and girls
we need
together.
some women to step up with us, man. They
Right.
want to talk to these young girls.
Right.
We need some men that's willing. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
Effie said we can use the temple.
Without a
Miracle
doubt. I
Temple,
know
that's
her
what's
word
up.
is bond.
And her word
That's
is
true.
bond.
Yeah.
But I want to bring kids together. I want young kids to be able to tell us.
That means we got to go out there and find them.
We got it. And
We
I'm
gotta
willing to
get
go
'em.
out there and find it. I'm going to start knocking
Yeah.
on doors. I'm going to tell y'all when we're going to do this. We're going to do this in April when the kids are out of school.
Real talk.
All right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
We're going to put this
God
together. Me
willing.
and Jameel, we putting it together. We'll
God
see if
willing,
anybody
it's
else is
on.
going to help. We already got the temple.
Right.
We want to bring kids there to let them talk to us
For
about
a day.
life.
We want a
For
day,
one
an event, man. We want them
Yes.
to be able to eat, Dale on the grill,
Yeah,
whoever
we
else.
want to do something for
We
the
want to
kids,
talk to them. We want to find out what's going on in their mind because we used to do this before,
Right.
but we didn't have the backing. We
need
didn't
some
have the
help.
right backing.
We need help out there, man, because
We need help.
our kids, man, are leaving here
They on the fast
one
track to
bullet
nowhere.
at a time.
Right.
And just because I always tell you this, just because it's not in the back of your yard, not in your front step yet,
It's coming.
there.
It's coming.
there.
It's going to show itself pretty soon. You watch.
Effie says she's in. Erica says she's in, so I'm keeping the track of these people.
Yeah,
I
y'all
want-
talk to
that,
Castro.
That would be nice for y'all women, man, to come and just talk
How pretty
to some
y'all
young
do
girls,
things, yeah.
man.
Yeah, they need it. Look, man, y'all don't know that, you know what I mean? Yeah, our girls are being abducted online. Every other day you see a young girl leaving home trying to look for that quick life of selling her body for money. And I'm telling you, these Mexicans are taking our girls. They will snatch them. And these Mexicans are connected with black folks who will give up their young people
Right.
For prostitution. You talk to Sheriff Leon Lott. Columbia, South Carolina is one of the biggest hubs for trafficking young girls.
See, and that's something I
Talk
never
to
knew.
him. I talked to him. I did a show about it. And they traffic these girls, and once they get them over to Mexico, you ain't going to see them no more.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But they lure them over there through black men that they know.
Right. It's crazy.
It's a
wicked out
crazy
here.
system.
She said we need to talk to adults about how to be active in lives of our children. And Willette King, we would love for people like you to come out and speak.
Yeah.
We want people. We want to put together something where some people to come out and
Where
talk
everybody
to the
show
kids, man.
love. Real,
and everybody show real
These
love.
young folks can read through fake love. They street smart. They can feel it. They are God's chosen. That's why the devil want them so bad.
Right. Right.
Satan wants our young killers, gunners, gang. He wants them so bad because God wants them more.
Right. Right. Right.
So if we can cut that string for a little while
right.
with their satanic thoughts and let them see how much promise God has for them, we can help them. We can't save them. They got to save themselves. But we can open their eyes for a little while by God's permission.
Being very, 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 very active, man, with this. And I would love for I want to bring some principals, some teachers on the show.
You know, the senator, if he available, I know they'll be there.
Yeah, the senator.
We're not gonna put no pressure on them because they got jobs to do in other jobs.
Exactly.
And we're not gonna ask them to do anything that's not in their job description, with the exception of donating their time and effort. And
it's
when
so
we
important,
ask them,
man. It's so important that there's a lot of good things that happen, man. And there's a lot of bad things that also happen, but the minute you take your eyes off of the bad things that's happening, you get blindsided by anything happening. So the only way to get some control in the community is to let people know that you're watching.
Yeah, we gotta have
because when
community.
people start doing things that they randomly just doing, they think nobody watching. They think nobody can really
never
get away
get
with
caught.
it. But we got to find out what's heating up these kids' brain to even want to just destroy each other. There's something.
Yeah, we got to check the adults too, because some of
Check
these
the
old
adults.
men, they love preying on these young girls. And some of these old sick men love preying on young boys. And if you talk to a lot of these young boys that we have, you find that a lot of them been molested and raped by these older dudes.
We want to open up doors where we could talk about people who've been raped, man. People who have been molested.
They're angry.
They're angry, man. Holding too much inside, and that's not giving up for when you want justice.
And that stuff we don't put on Facebook. So there won't be no camera in this thing.
No.
When they're talking, that's a private thing.
That's a private moment.
That's a private moment. That won't be filmed.
we won't have no filming going on there. We'll just let them. We'll just say we had one.
Right. And so I want to thank myself personally, man. Castro
Thank
kept himself built up, man, the whole week, man. He called me. I'm ready.
I'm
ready,
man.
Jay. I'm ready. I'm like, he getting himself together. He ready. He ready. You know what I mean?
Man, I just want to let y'all know I'm back. Jay, you have me back?
Yeah,
I'm
you
back,
man. That's what
we
it
back.
is.
Podcast. Look for us this Sunday at 6:30.
Yeah,
man.
we never left the street.
Nah, man.
We never
just had
left
to come
it.
back. We had to come back energized a little bit, man.
Right.
Even the greatest shows that you watch, like Power, those you have to take breaks, man, to come back with the greats. We doing promotion. For some of y'all, we need sponsors on our show right now, man. This is
financial
the show.
sponsors.
We need some sponsors, man. We will do commercials and stuff in between when we doing our next podcast. So this Sunday coming up, I know it's Valentine's Day for a lot of y'all, but hey.
They might not want to talk
y'all
after
might not want to
I
talk.
did the Valentine's Day thing last night, Dale. You might not have seen it.
Oh.
But I did the true meaning of Valentine's.
Right.
Hey,
I want to shout out everybody out there, man, who showed us love on this show today.
Real talk, man.
Myself, Del Castro, Jameel. Man, we signing it out.
Man.
We telling like this. Hey, man, stay healthy. Do what you got to do. And
right.
remember, man, a goal without a plan is just a wish.
Dig that.
Tell me like it is, and not like it was. Tell me like it is, and not like it was.